Well, well, well. What do we have here? Oh, Nancy Pelosi on MSNBC. Getting called out to her face. Called Nancy Pelosi out right to her face. I couldn't believe it. I thought she was going to slap Katie or bite her. Like one of the two. I didn't realize Nancy Pelosi could hold back so good. Because she looked like she was about to pound her. When she said that Trump had the lowest job ratings of any U.S. president. And Katie Tur said, it was because of the pandemic, Nancy. How much vodka did you drink? And Nancy, I think she had a gun on her. But she was able to maintain her cool somewhat. But she had a slight twitch in her face where she was like, something happened. She almost transformed. And Katie was about to die. But look, so it's always a good day, though, when you're not the only one that notices this stuff, that your enemies, the people on the other side, the crazy ones, they notice it too, and they can call out the lies. I almost feel like we're on the same team just a little bit for a little while until they go back and they keep doing the same thing. But, we'll just take the W. We'll take the win and say, we appreciate it. Today on the Young Turks, Anna Kasparian, she's got more heart than cheap yogurt. I call him cheap yogurt. As I don't really know how to say his name. Chink Uyghur. I guess that's how you say it. But she got a lot of heart. And it seems like she has more common sense than poor cheap yogurt. Chink is just a mad dude. He's just mad, bro. But they actually defended Trump quite a bit here. I'm going to show you the clip here, and it's amazing. I couldn't believe my ears. It just shocked the daylights out of me. It always does when the lefties agree with you. When they can call out the same thing you can call out, and you guys can meet halfway, and they admit that, yeah, they're lying. Yeah, we know they're lying. They're lying like a Persian rug.
Donald Trump is a great threat to our democracy. What is a democracy? What are the pillars? What are the pillars? A free and independent press to tell the story of what's going on, to keep everybody informed. Donald Trump has the worst record of job loss of any president. So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
He had the worst record of any president.
She almost slapped her. Did you see that? I don't think Nancy Pelosi knows what to do with her hands. I think that's some kind of disorder where you can't control your damn hands. And if she can't control her hands, Katie probably needs to back up next time, because I think she almost slapped her. Wish I could rewind it so we could see her hands, but her hand is all the way over there on the other side. And she could have slapped her very easily and walked right away.
Had other concerns in our country. If you want to be an apologist for Donald Trump, that may be your role.
You just witnessed Nancy Pelosi proudly display her hypocrisy in the context of the same interview, the same conversation within 3 minutes. That was incredible. She goes from fear-mongering about Donald Trump and his lack of respect for freedom of the press, and then goes on to accuse an anchor at MSNBC, Katie Tur, of being an apologist for Donald Trump for simply stating a fact. That was an incredible moment, and she should be called out for it.
100%.
Yes, they should always be called out for everything they do. Never stop calling them out, Anna. I don't know why y'all only want to call out certain things. Call all of it out. Why? You're going to look like a complete conservative. All right? You're going to get red-pilled, all right? You're coming home. That's what's going to happen. I've been praying for Anna Kasparian and Chink Uyghur, okay? Cheap yogurt. I've been praying for them because they're making it. They're coming. They're coming across the finish line. They're going to make it, okay? Please let them make it. They got how many followers? 5.86 million. They need to come on back over. Come on over here. It don't make any sense, okay? You can't just cover up some of this stuff and call some of it out. Call all of it out, man. All the hypocrisy. Just have a show where you just call out all the hypocrisy. Just for a year straight. You're gonna be a conservative, okay? All right. You have Donald Trump on your show. Your ratings gonna skyrocket. Everybody on the left gonna hate you. It's okay though. It's gonna be all right. Y'all and Stephen A. Smith could make a great show.
But this is what Democrats and corporate Republicans, both corporate parts of both parties, have been doing my whole life.
Chink, what I notice about Chink Yogurt is like he loves to blend them all together. He loves to put Republicans and Democrats all on the same party. And I don't agree with that totally, okay? One party's doing some reckless, nutcase, psychopathic stuff, okay? And the other party's just scared, okay? They're scared to death of the psychopaths, okay? That's what's going on. They realize that they got in a party with a bunch of psychopathic nutcases. And they just trapped. They can't do nothing. And we, the people, saying, what's wrong with them? They must be crazy. No, they're trapped in there in the Congress with a bunch of psychopaths, okay? Psychopathic warmongers at that, okay? So, Chink, no, it's not, we don't bully. If you look at the conservatives when they go on these networks, they don't bully like that. When was the last time you seen an actual conservative go on a network and not be totally respectful, make his points, let the other parties speak without interruption? Like Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds goes on CNN, and he crushes it, but because he's very polite, he allows the other speakers to get their point across without interruption or injection. We can't bundle all these people together. I wish they stopped doing that. You got to stop doing that. It doesn't make any sense. All right. There's one side here doing a lot of damage, and you guys should already know this. All right.
They bully the press. You think Trump's the first one bullying the press?
Definitely not.
Okay, whenever they...
I'm gonna keep fact checking. This is what they did to us. They fact checked everything we said. Okay, I'm gonna fact check you. No, Trump ain't bullying people. All right, he's not bullying the press. He's calling them fake news because everybody knows that they're fake news, bro. Where you guys been? Like I said, this blows my mind. You guys get there just a little bit, but you just can't make it all the way. And I think just it's because of ratings or something. I don't know. Like you can't disappoint your audience. I don't know. But the truth will set you free. Just go ahead and be honest with your fans, with your audience, no matter what. Trump ain't bullying nobody, man. Okay? He's not bullying anybody. When people lie on you every day, when people come out and smear you every single day, you're not even the average president. You've had a life before this, and you decide to jump into this and try to help America. From our viewpoint, that's what Trump has been doing. Okay, not jumping in here and attacking people. Like these career politicians that's been doing this all their lives, yeah, that's what they've been doing because that's the game that they play. All right, they know that they can bully the mainstream media to do what they want to do, getting them to say and ask the questions that they want them to ask. Okay? So that's what that is. It's not, Trump isn't bullying anybody. We loved when Trump gets interviewed and calls everybody fake news. We actually love that because we know that they're fake news. We catch them in their lies too.
Ask a question that the politician doesn't like, they lose access. Ask any journalist in Washington. If they're off the record, they'll tell you they're all obsessed with access. So thugs like Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, Mitch McConnell, George Bush, etc., have been threatening them.
So now all of a sudden they're all thugs. Your people are thugs. I hope you guys are getting this. All right, because the left, they love to call Donald Trump and Trump administration folks thugs, I hope you all are hearing Chink Yogurt here say that Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, them all thugs. Oh, what's a thug? Yeah, they're corrupt individuals. They love to do crime. That's what thugs are associated with, right? So he's calling his people thugs. Good. You should, because that's who the thugs are. To us, Trump's not a thug. He's actually a very sharp businessman, and he's been very successful. But Nancy Pelosi's been trading stocks and getting stock tips from the insiders. That's not legitimate business. That's theft. That's an unfair advantage that most people don't have.
Their whole lives. How dare you ask me a question I didn't authorize? Can you believe Trump is against the press? Get out of here, man.
And by the way, I just want to not clarify, but reinforce what Katie Tur said there. Look, I'm not going out of my way to defend Katie Tur, right? But she said something accurate. So Democrats play this trick where they point to Donald Trump's jobs record and how it's so terrible, but they don't take it into account something that he had no control over, which was the global pandemic, which of course led to shutdowns that the Democratic Party was fully in favor of and wanted to keep in place longer than Republicans did.
Oh yeah, you all remember that? I remember. I absolutely remember it. I was an essential worker, so I got to actually go out and work through the pandemic. Never really got sick at all. Got a low fever or cold for like a couple days, and we were fine. But I remember that. You know, our Governor Larry Hogan, he was so scared to open everything up. The churches were closed, but all the liquor stores were open. In every Democrat state, they wanted to keep everything closed. It'd probably still be closed if it wasn't for the red state standing against it, like Ron DeSantis. He did want to close everything up right away, which I think, I probably would have done the same thing. Like, oh, it's a global pandemic. Okay, what's going on? Until I figured everything out. And they figured everything out and wanted to reopen. The Democrats wanted to keep beaches closed. Like, it was stupid. One guy wanted me to wear a mask when I was on a treadmill at the gym. Stupid stuff in Delaware. These blue states had just lost their mind over the pandemic. Okay. So, and they try to overwhelm people and scare people and use fear tactics, but this just didn't work.
The unemployment rate fell from 4.7% shortly after Trump's election to 3.5% by the end of 2019. So before the pandemic took place. And that was actually below the Federal Reserve's expectations of about 4.5%. So the Federal Reserve was expecting the unemployment rate to be 4.5%, but during Trump's term, unemployment rate went down to 3.5% just before the global pandemic led to the shutdowns.
Yeah, so technically Trump lost 5 million jobs in his term, okay? So I don't actually begrudge Nancy Pelosi for making that point. She's a partisan. She's one of the leaders of the Democratic Party. She's making a point against Donald Trump. No, and technically it's true. No problem. The part that
but it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. You got a global pandemic. So what is true? If you have a global pandemic and everybody's freaking out and they want to close everything down, how's that your fault? So even if it's true, it still doesn't make sense to hold Trump accountable. Okay, maybe we ought to look into who we should hold accountable for that. Okay.
I object to is her then calling Katie Tur an apologist for Trump for pointing out reality.
For doing her job.
And really, MSNBC are apologists for Donald Trump?
That's so ridiculous.
Okay, I mean, have you watched 1 minute of MSNBC? Okay.
Even they know. If you watch 1 minute of MSNBC, Joy Reid, I mean, she don't like white people, basically. Okay, have you watched 1 minute of it? Yeah, they know that these mainstream media outlets are absolute trash, man. They know that the things they're saying are just messed up. They really are, and they're causing a lot of division. So when you hear it from TYT, it's probably getting really bad. They might want to stop airing that kind of stuff. All right, you may want to get some people on both sides there to regulate and balance it out, so you can actually make some profits. If I was a business owner of a news media corporation, I'd probably be thinking about that. But guys, thank you. This has been Yup, I Said It. Please like, share, and subscribe. And that's it's a good thing. I'm glad that they see it in the right way. It gives us great hope. Until next time, guys. Thank you.